What's up? I just want to bring you behind the scenes on a recent video shoot I had in Las Vegas, Nevada. My friend JR, who I met 20 years ago when I used to work on cruise ships, was a singer in the cast, and she's also a performer and has been doing shows basically ever since then. And she recently put together a show called The Boss, which is a tribute show to Diana Ross. She's looking to basically take the show on the road, get it on cruise ships, get it elsewhere, and she brought me in to shoot the performance and cut together a promo for the show. The trip to Vegas was really cool. I stayed at the Virgin Hotel, which was right across the street from the venue where we were going to be doing the show. And I just really love the lore and the culture of Las Vegas. It's really an entertainment town. Everybody there works in some form or another at the casinos or live shows or some type of entertainment, which is really cool. And the day of the show, early in the morning, we had a rehearsal and setup just to get, the mics, the lighting, get the cameras and everything all set in place. And then basically around 1 o'clock, we started the performance, and that was really cool. I shot, basically the camera that I was manning is the camera that I'm filming with now, which is the Fujifilm XH2s. And to the right, I had my Sony NX80 shooting a wide shot. And then to the left of me, I had my Fujifilm X100 basically shooting like a medium wide shot. So JR invited a little over 100 people to the show. And these people came to the show knowing that it was basically a show that was meant to be filmed and shot. So in between takes, we were able to stop and, check in with each other to see if we need to do another take or if everything sounded good, if everything looked good. So it was really cool to be able to have a live audience, but also be able to talk tech in between. So the show consists of 5 different songs. We're going to be making 2 videos from the 5 songs. And what we did is we put together a 3.5-minute promo consisting of, little bits of each song with some testimonials cut in between to really give, the impact and how exciting the show is. After the performance, I quickly went over to another room, and JR had to select a few people that she wanted to get testimonials from. And I just prompted them with a couple questions about the show and what they thought and sort of the impact that it had. And I was able to weave those testimonials into the final promo video, which was really cool. So after the performances were done, all the audio was sent out for mixing and sweetening. And it was probably about 2 weeks until I got the final audio stems and the final audio tracks. And basically I just sunk all those to the live audio that I recorded, which made everything, pretty easy, so I didn't have to do time code or anything. And basically once I had the audio tracks, I was off to the races with editing, and it was all, pretty much easy. While I was in Vegas, I always try to do a little bit of photography. You can't quite do the street photography that I do in New York City and Las Vegas, and I really didn't do that much walking, but I got a few cool shots around the property, and I walked the block that was around the hotel, and I got a couple of okay shots, and that was fine. Yes, Las Vegas is a very photographic place if you have the time to get around, or if you're in a car. Depending on where you are, by foot is a little bit more challenging, but nonetheless, I got a few shots that I was happy with. And I shot a second video while I was in Las Vegas. The second video was with my friend Valita, who is a leadership coach, spiritual coach, advisor. She does a lot of different things as it pertains to inspiring and educating professional women. She hosted a workshop and she recorded one of her podcasts while I was in Vegas. So I did a little behind the scenes of her podcast interview, which was really cool in this awesome podcast studio. And then the second part of the day, we filmed her workshop. So I got some behind the scenes of her and her team setting up for that. I mic'd her, I recorded the entire session, and that was really great. It was really powerful. The attendees, they were able to, talk back with Valita and have an open discussion. And it was just a really cool experience to be a fly on the wall to sort of see this community and communication around sort of the spiritual and leadership excellence of women. And I'm just really honored that I got to be able to be a part of it and help shoot some of that content. There's also a term called impact filmmaking, and usually impact filmmaking consists of people making documentaries about, nonprofits, things dealing with the environment, things of that nature. But I also think impact filmmaking can be documenting and telling the stories of sort of grassroots organizations and leadership and people doing really community-focused things. And I think with media today, I think it's really important to document that and share those stories. And this was one of those opportunities to be able to do that. So I'll put this in the category of impact filmmaking. If all goes well, hopefully I'll be back in Vegas in a couple months to do more projects with both Felita and JR and anybody else they sort of connect me to while I'm there. It's always a good experience and I look forward to it, and thank you for watching.